So this is episode 2 of our Trip Down South series. If you watched the last episode, you'll know we stayed at this free camp, which was a nice waterfront site. It's at the Currawarna State Forest where we did lots of fishing. I was lucky enough to be able to get my first ever cod, and now we're heading even further down south. Heading to Blowering Dam to meet up with my brother and sister-in-law for a night's free camp.
I think that's Taupingo down in there.
It does look as busy over in some of those spots. Mind you, that I'm about to say that looks like forever to get to.
Yeah, I think that's like right. This is not Blowering. It's actually the one above Blowering.
Okay,
Taupingo
yeah.
Reservoir, and then that flows.
What is it? Talinga?
Taupingo.
Talbingo.
Yeah. This goes into Blowering.
She's a tight fit.
See the trout.
Anglers State Forest.
Where are we coming?
Hopefully the fishing is just as good as the views.
Let's hope so. At least we know, worst case, we'll be able to catch a red.
And if I don't catch a redfin. Imagine that.
I'm looking forward to even just like if we're close to the water and there's no current, just to be able to
Bank fish.
yeah, just bank fish, just throw a worm out. I bought like some power bait things for the trout and just have that. I missed that from the last spot. Like I didn't really get to do.
Yeah.
I enjoy that aspect of being able to sit around camp with the rods out, just sort of
same.
waiting.
And you can fish till late too. Like.
Yeah, you can do it all night virtually. You can do other stuff while you're waiting. And throw a lure if you want.
Oh, hopefully.
I don't think
I
that'd be
need
there.
to see his car.
They might have just decided to go like, because that's not even all the camps down there, so they could be anywhere along here. They might have just decided to get one away from the crowds.
If you are someone who absolutely loves and appreciates just an absolutely beautiful view, this was one of the nicest drives that we've ever had, being able to find a free waterfront campsite. Everywhere you looked was absolutely stunning. Is that him and her in the boat there?
Could be, actually, I think it might be.
Pretty small boat, he's standard.
I think it is, I think that's him. I think that's his net. Yeah.
If they wave, then they probably have to know it's us if they see. Go home.
Just wait, let me get up here. Oh, they are, it is them.
Found them! In all the people, we're at the top of this massive hill, and we've just found my brother and sister-in-law who we're trying to actually just sneak up on wherever they're camping. They're just in the boat behind Dan.
That way. Oh, we'll go that way. I think they're pointing that way.
What way?
Down there somewhere. I'll see what way you guys in the boat. Unless they're right around that way.
What a spot, hey? I was like, that looks kind of like them.
Just got to Blowering Free Camp. This is the State Forest side, so you can have dogs here on the west side. Beautiful spot. We're a little bit further up from the water. We found Andrew and Claire, they're just there. We're set up here, we're going to spend the night and probably going to move spots tomorrow. A little bit further down, closer to Tau Bingo. Not bad for a freebie.
The next morning, we woke up to the worst thing that we could have imagined. Our oldest girl, Levi, was just not doing well. If you watched our last episode, you'll know that she's 15 years old and she'd just been diagnosed with cancer. We did think she was going to have a fair few months left to live, which is why we still went on the holiday, because the vet said she seemed fine, just to try and live out her days having the best time ever. But unfortunately, I think this is pretty close to the end, so we're just going to drive back to the property of our families that we started at and try and get her booked into the vet. I got a Levi dog. It's pretty cool.
It's pulled up on the banks of the Tumut River. Beautiful spot. I don't think I've ever seen a river so clear in my life. It is beautiful. Clean mountain water coming right off the snowies. And this eventually feeds into the Murrumbidgee, which is where we were a few days ago, although it was a lot dirtier. Beautiful spot.
Now you know you're getting into the high country of the Snowies when you start to see the yellow lines on the road. That breeze is a bit nippy. I'd die here in winter. Kiandra is a tiny little heritage town that was known for the coldest and the shortest gold rush in Australia. It is also known for its walking tracks, horse riding trails and great fishing spots. In 1860, there were thousands of people in the community mining for gold. They endured the freezing elements of the snow for the reward of the gold. By March 1861, the gold rush was over and many people left, but there were a few hundred who stayed and made this little town their own community. Oh yeah, there was heaps more back in the day. Heaps of them. Well built though, aren't they, hey? Oh, yeah. Compared to half the crap that's built now. Tell you, the town had an absolutely beautiful view. Isn't it? Courthouse. Built in 1890. Oh, it was their second courthouse and police quarters.
Get me out of here.
Oh, they've locked the doors so you can't open them.
Sorry.
They've put a lock on the bolt so you can't open the doors. Yeah, what a view.
Fields there, eh? Would have been thousands of people out there back in the day. Restored nicely.
What's restored inside, is it? Oh yeah. I wonder whether they do like history tour things in there or something, because yeah, to restore it like that nicely inside, do you think they'd use it for something? I think it's going to storm soon, hey? Population 40 people. It's a tiny bloody town.
Yeah.
I think the caravan park said it had its own little shop too.
Oh, okay.
And like a little takeaway.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's nice. So it's got a few rooms
Well, they've got a lot of on-site ones, don't they?
Yeah.
That must be where the 40 people population is.
Yeah, you're probably right. I think there's more houses like back.
Okay.
Maybe.
So this caravan park is a little bit more rustic to your normal big fours and things most people would be used to. It has a beautiful old school charm to it, so it doesn't have things like fancy big spas and pools and things like that. So at the time of staying, we paid $35 a night for power and for water. So there's two business owners at this property. There is Joyce, who is 82 years old, and then there is the top dog of the property, and that is Betty, which is a 7-year-old beautiful Australian cattle dog.
Love a good pat, don't you? Hey? Oh, you want a belly rub? Good girl. Aren't you? Hey? So we have a bit of a camping trip update. The last sort of videos that you would have seen, we were at that really big dam with my brother and his wife, and we were meant to stay there for 2 nights and go out fishing and stuff. We have our oldest dog Levi, which is the cattle dog, so she would have been the one with the cone in the last part of the videos. Which we may have already mentioned this in another part of the video at the beginning, but she has liver cancer. So she is 15 years old, so we are very lucky that she is that old anyway. We've gotten that long with her, but she had been pretty good up until the last maybe couple of weeks, where she sort of slowed down a little bit, doesn't really want to go on walks and stuff like that. She will still play fetch and that. She had a couple of lumps in her eyes, and that's why she had the cone on, because she had to get those taken out because she'd scratched one and it was bleeding everywhere. But yeah, that morning that we woke up, she wasn't good. You could just tell that it had gotten to her. So we ended up packing up and leaving that day and going back to my parents and my brother. They were already at a property out west, so we took her back there, as she was a dog that I've had, obviously, as I say, for 15 years, so grew up at our family home, so they wanted to obviously be able to say goodbye to her. So that was really nice, and it's a beautiful property, so she loved it there. She had great times there, so that was really nice. So it was New Year's Day. We ended up having to put her down. So anyway, we stayed with the family for a couple of days, and then we were going to go home, but we sort of thought she'd want, you know, us to keep having fun, and obviously for the other dogs to still keep having fun. So we stayed, as I said, a couple of days, and then we've left to keep going with the trip. So we're now at Lake Beans, so gonna go fishing for some trout and stuff. But yeah, so all the videos from now will only have the 2 dogs in instead, which will still obviously be good, but we'll all miss good old Levi, because she was the whole reason my dad and I pretty much started going bushwalking and camping in tents and stuff back in the day, and wanting to sort of travel different places and stuff. So it's definitely been hard having her for 15 years. That's pretty much Dan and I's whole relationship, except for a couple of months. So we've had her for the whole entire time, and definitely had a lot of good memories with us. So yeah, just thought we'd add that in so you don't wonder why one dog is missing from all the pictures and the videos. Yeah.
Alright, so we just got to Anglers Reach Caravan Park. It's beautiful, it's nice and quiet. We've got a powered site, which is a little bit unconventional. We're sort of a little bit further away from power and water, but we got this spot all to ourselves. We've got a fireplace, table, got the coals on, and the lake's just down there. So probably go down for a walk. Go for a walk down there later and check it out. Nice and quiet, good spot.
Oh, I feel like that one, see that little, the round thing that spins, I feel like that would hurt a lot of kids.
Yeah, they eat shit quite easily.
Yeah.
They probably don't make those ones anymore.
Good girl, Zill. Up, Zill. Zilla, hop up. Good girl. Hazel. Hazel, hop up. Up, up, up. Uppy. Good girl.
No, don't get her up on that one. That's slippery. She'll hurt herself. Up here, Zil. Up. Good girl. She's like, parkour. Go, Zil. Ready? Up. Good girl. Ready, Zil? Up. Good girl. Hey, Sashi, you jump up.
Up, Sash. Up. Up. Up, Sash.
Good Sash.
Up. Up. Good girl.
Oh, good girl, Sash.
She's like, I'm still fit. Up.
Can't jump into the back of the car, but she can jump up there. Hazel? Hazel, up. Up. Good girl. I'll get a nice picture of him up there, maybe. There's such a weird shaped body there, Zil. Don't ya?
She's sitting like she should be facing the opposite way. She's turning.
Oh, they're cute. You just need your sister next year's puppies. Okay.
Sash.
No luck with the old wormies. They hide well, don't they? What's their defense mechanism for a worm?
Oh, no idea.
Hiding?
I think that would be. I'd imagine.
I feel like the only other thing would be because an animal can't tell what ends its bum and what ends its head. That wouldn't really stop me from eating it if I wanted to eat a worm.
I think I'd just get eaten anyway. I think once they're out of the ground, they're fair game for everyone.
But you think every animal has to have some sort of a...
Well, I think for them, their defensive, their ability to live underground. There's no real predators underground, is there?
Yeah, the bugs.
What?
Insects, they crawl underground. Birds. How do they defend themselves against a bird?
Oh, I did. Oh, look, your trout notes off.
I feel like that would have came off with the bloody...
This bloke.
The weeds, not the fish. No, beautiful girl.
Sashi! Hello! Sashi! He's like, where's the fish? Where's the fish at?
Hey, let your sister put her head through. Back, Sashi. Back. Hop back. Good girl. Zuzu. Get it. Get the ball. Oh, puppies. I'll let you out for a run in a minute. I don't think we're catching any fish.
Oh,
Wait.
Wait. Okay.
Yes, Sash.
Go. Sashi.
Oh, it got really deep then. So it's the middle of the day and it's raining outside. So we are doing some of our washing, just doing the towels and stuff like that. And then we've got our little spinner outside. And the dogs are just outside, relaxing, listening to a bit of a fishing show. Look at this domesticated hubby spinning out our clothes. He's also partially deaf and cannot hear me. You right, Bill? You're sad since your sister's gone, aren't you? Hey? You right, Bilbo? Good girl. Sit down. Good girl. They look tasty.
They smell good. They're really nice, these. Oh, go away for it. Oh, perfect fit. How good is that?
Buonissimo. Nice snort.
That's going to be the toughest fish to get, and we're in the exact same spot we were yesterday. We know there are fish here, we know there's bait here, so why leave fish to find fish? So we're going to give this another crack. Cast away, my friend. Fingers crossed for sure now we can find that big marauding GT. It's exciting fishing.
What about your aioli?
Alright, pop away.
No, I
mate,
can't
pop
mix the
away.
garlic on the rat bite.
Nice action. Alrighty.
Very beautiful. Right, so we're out for our arvo fish at Lake Yucambine. We got some worms from home and a little power bait trout nugget on as well to try and make it a bit more obvious to them. So we'll see how that goes. We're going to throw some lures out as well. Try our luck.
Well, if the other people can catch one on worms and the orange bait ball things, and we have the exact same thing and we don't catch any, I will be cranky.
Coming in the prime time.
Be prepared, I will be cranky.
Get ready.
Alright, Bill, you ready to go fishing? Alright, Bill, come on. So at this point we've already tried casting into the deep areas, we've also tried casting along the water's edge, near snags and also trolling, but unfortunately we haven't had any luck so far.
It's got to be around here somewhere. I think it's just off to the left here. Hopefully get the boat in there and have a bit of a look. It's all national park through here, so we can't have the dogs on the bank. Here's, we found it. I don't know how far we get the boat up, but we'll have a go. The water's about 1.5 degrees cooler here, and then we just saw a trout jump, so it's a good sign. Just above all the weed and the rocks, and hopefully the trout will come and whack it. We've got some double hooks on, so it misses all the snags a lot better, as opposed to a treble get caught. And yeah, caught plenty of trout on this one before. Hopefully it'll do the goods. Right, here we are on the banks of the Yukonbean River. We've taken the tinny all the way up from the caravan park, and we're just going to go for a short walk, probably just up to the bridge. Just keep an eye on the dogs as we go. They're still in the boat, so they're not in the national park, and hopefully we'll get ourselves a nice trout. Yeah, it's a beautiful spot here. This is like a bucket list spot for me here. Yeah, always wanted to come here. Well, I come out to spawn. Hit?
No, I don't know if I like to come here when there's thousands of people here.
Yeah, I know. Maybe like, I think May's a good time. It's not as busy, but you still get a few of the early rainbows coming up from the lake, doing their thing.
Can a rainbow breed with a brown?
No.
Why not though?
Don't know. I'm not a biologist. It's like, can a brim breed with a flathead sort of thing? I think they can do it in labs, like they do a tiger trout's a cross between a brook trout and a brown trout. But I think naturally they don't. As far as I know, they don't interbreed.
So a tiger trout was never existing until humans made it?
I believe so, yeah. That's humans have made it, yeah. Yep. Oh, okay, we'll move up a bit more, eh? We peppered this spot pretty good. Little access spot along here somewhere. Little track leading to the water.
It's pretty through there.
It's nice, isn't it? Nice little meadow. Yep, on. Oh, spat it.
I literally just stopped recording that too.
Oh, spat it. We know they're here. It's got to put something in front of them they want to eat.
Had a strike. Yay! Let it fly.
Yep. Oh, he hit it. Fuck, it was a good hit too. That was a real good hit. Oh, you bastard. Oh, follow. Look, big trout, see him? Right there. See? Oh, he just swam off.
Yeah, I think your path is like
Yeah, he was following it. Keep casting, they're in here. That was a good one. That might have been the same one that tried to have a crack at it before. We almost had success.
At least we both felt something.
Yeah. Alright, we're going to go for a troll. We got a Rapala jack deep here and a Daiwa double clutch in brown trout. So we'll have 2 rods, 1 on each side, and we'll just troll around for an hour or 2 and see how we go. Might get lucky. She's got a hit.
No, I think it might have. I don't know, it's either very tiny or it's off. Or it's perfectly swimming with the boat.
Might be swimming towards you.
Nah, it's off.
Is it? Oh, damn. No, she's got it. She's got one.
God, that's a tadpole.
Woohoo!
Does that even count?
And it's a brown trout.
It's not much bigger than the actual lure.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's something, I
It's
suppose.
something. Good on ya. Well, that was
Finally,
a quick
something.
success.
Yeah.
She's on again.
No, I don't think it.
You're on to fish. There's nothing else out here. It's another little baby.
It didn't feel the same
Em's
way
got
as it
another
did the
little
other one.
baby. Brown or a rainbow? It's a fish I can see moving. Yeah. Oh no, it's just the lure, isn't it?
I was going to say, it just hit something.
Oh, sorry.
It must have been a stick on top or something. And so I was like, no, this one's even tinier than the other tadpole.
Did you caught a lure? Are you serious?
Yeah.
As soon as I ran out of fuel, Em's just hooked up. It was probably following it, just motor cut out. Feels a bit better, that one?
Feels a little bit better than the other one. Or it could away, and the other one was just like nothing. Okay, I take that back. Maybe he's pretty small.
Here it comes. You'll catch all of this trip, That was a good fish. Do you see it?
It jumped right there.
How big was it?
It wasn't that big.
Oh.
Not gonna lie. Oh, fish.
Oh, they like that lure. I got.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, not that same colour though. Another one on the troll.
Oh,
Oh,
I think it just came off.
yeah, look at mine. Just spat the hook.
Aw.
Ah, bugger. Bugger. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Oh, he's actually.
Now you might be wondering, is Dan's line actually even in the water? Well, it was. He just was really unlucky for pretty much the whole day.
Oh my. Oh, right here. Lost it? Oh, spilling. You felt it.
I didn't even feel it was in the rod holder.
So we kept fishing for a couple hours longer, and unfortunately it just got way too cold and we just were not having any more luck catching any more fish. So we decided to pack up and head back to the caravan as we're checking out the next morning.
So we've not long left Anglers Reach. We stayed at the Anglers Reach Caravan Park. It was sort of...
Apologies here, for some reason we actually lost our footage. So it was sort of like a really old school caravan park. It wasn't like your typical big
floors and stuff that have like jumping pillows and kids club and all that sort of stuff. You probably won't like it, but it's more like your old school traditional sort of caravan park. Probably does need a little bit more kind of care taken to it, but it was a really beautiful spot, really quiet, especially in peak school holiday time, so that was really nice. Super close to the water. The owner, Joyce, was really lovely. You couldn't have gotten a nicer person than her, and she was really accommodating where we stayed as well. What do you reckon about it?
No, it's a good spot. It was nice and quiet. It was like a young time capsule like 30-40 years ago, and it was just peaceful. It was nice and cool during the day, and the nights were nice and cool, and we actually had the whole place to ourselves. It was good fishing. We got onto a few trout, and yeah, it was lovely. A nice sort of relaxing spot to just chill out for a few days. Really nice.
So yeah, we're on the way to Merimbula now, so everything that you see now will be all nice and coastal fishing.
So a preview of the next episode, we end up taking the boat out to the beautiful waters of Merimbula. We catch so many more fish this episode, and you wouldn't believe it, even Dan finally caught a fish this time too. So we end up going prawning out at night time, and we were so lucky and got the most amount and the biggest prawns we've ever got before. We couldn't believe it. We actually ended up nearly flooding our boat, so we got caught out in a storm that we just couldn't get away from and nearly flooded it.
Like everyone lean to one side and make the water go down. The things we do for fish.
We also stayed at a beautiful hip camp, and we also made these absolutely delicious little like mini jam Nutella ravioli desserts. They were absolutely beautiful. So make sure you keep watching.